Hi everyone, I hope you all are good. So, I have started another YouTube channel. So, in this YouTube channel, I am going to share my learnings of software development. So, I have started learning data structures and algorithms for my SDE interviews. So basically, in interviews, we have to explain our logic behind the code. So I thought the best way to practice is sharing my code here, so I will get better at it, and as well as I can share my approach in solving problems to you guys, and at the same time, you can also share your approach so that even I can learn from you guys. So in every video, daily I will try to upload one video yeah, solving that problem using brute force approach, and as well as and optimizing it to reduce the time complexity and space complexity. So let's get started. So today I am going to solve the problem on rotate an lead code 189th problem, which is rotate an array. So let's first read the question. So the question is, given an integer array nums, rotate the array to the right by k steps, where k is non-negative. So what the question is saying is that we have a nums array of integers, and we have to rotate the array to the right by k steps. So k will be integer value, and we have, and whatever the value of k is, we have to rotate that array k times, that much times. So before going to the code, first let's understand the question on the paper. So whenever we rotate the array, what it is doing to, let's see in rotation what is happening to the array. So first we have an array of, first of all we have an array. This is our array 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So in the problem it is given, and this is our left side, this is our right side. So whenever it is saying that rotate one step to the, in rotation, when we are rotating the array to the right side in the first step, our last element is becoming at the 0th index, and all the elements are moving one position to the right. So what is happening here is, let's remove this left and right. So what is happening here is, our, this one is moving to 2, this 2 is moving to 3, 3 is moving to 4th position, 4 is going to the 5th. Wait, please. Mhm. So this is our original array 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, right? This is our left, this is our right. When rotation to the right, whenever we are rotating element to the right, one is going to the 0th index, 0th index will move to the first index, first index will move to the second index, second index will move to the third index, third index will move to the fourth, fourth to fifth, and fifth to sixth, and so on. And this element, the last element, the last index will move to the first index. So after, so in first rotation our array will be something like this. First rotation our array will be something like this. This 7 will, what we are doing here is we are moving all the elements to the right side and the last element to the first side. So our array will become something like this: 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, 6, right? And in the second rotation our array will, again what we'll do, we'll move all the elements to the right side and the last element to the first position, which is 6 7 1 2 3 4 5. And in third and final rotation 5 will come to the 0th index and all the elements will move to the next position: 5 6 7 1 2 3 4. So this is our final resultant, final result that we will get after rotating the array 3 times. So what we are going to do is, for what we are doing here is we are moving all the elements to the right side. So can I say that nums dot length minus 1 is becoming nums dot length minus 1. As we are moving, so this is nums of this index is, this index is nums of nums dot length minus 1. So when we shift these elements, of what it will become, it will become nums of nums dot length minus 1, correct? So we are moving all the elements to the right side. So this is for the last element, but we want to do it for all the elements. So what, how can we do it? We can run a for loop. So what it will do, we can run a for loop starting from the index 0, and we'll run the loop till the nums of length minus 1, and we'll increment after every rotation. And how many times do we have to do this, do we have to do this step? K times. So we have to repeat these steps till k times. So our index starts at 0, so we can put the condition as I less than k, because in here it is k is given as 3, which is we have to rotate the array 3 times, but our index starts at 0. So can we say that 0 is also counted here? So 0 1 2, 0 is for 0 1 rotation, 1 on index 2 it will be second rotation, and on index 2 it will be third rotation. So can we say that we can take the condition as I less than k, and then I plus plus. So here we can say, we can take it as j. Okay, so let's write the code. So let's first create a function. So we are not returning anything here, we are just rotating the array, and then printing it. So public static, our program will start with the main function, which is public static void main, and we'll define the array which is of integer. So what it is given here, nums and k value is given. What we will do is we will just rotate the we will call the rotate right array, and we'll send the array and k value in this function. So we are not returning anything, we are just rotating the array, and then we'll finally here we will here print the array, which is nums. Okay, let's start. So what we'll do, we have to rotate the array 3 I is equal I. Our first for loop will start at 0 and it will run till k less than I less than k, because we have to rotate, and this for loop is for rotation. So here what we'll do, first we will store the and when we are moving all these elements, when we are moving all these elements to the right side, our we have to store this last element in some in a temporary variable. For that we will take a variable called as last element. We will store it, we will store the last element, so that we can then, after moving all the elements to the right side, then we can place the last element at the 0th index, right? So we will store that element into the last element variable, and then we will run another loop. This loop is for moving all the elements to the right side. So we'll start from the last position. So we are starting this loop from the last position, nums of length -1 till, and we'll run this loop as long as j is greater than 0, and whenever j becomes less than 0, then we'll get the index out of bound. So here our nums of length, nums of nums of nums dot length -1 will become, can we write this nums dot length -1 as j, because as we have assigned j is equal to nums dot length -1, can we take it as j, and then nums of j, here nums of j -1, right? And once these all elements are moved to the right side, we will put the last element at the 0th index. Nums of 0 will be equal to last element, right? Let's run the program. Index out of bound, why we got the index out of bound? We have used something while So yes, we have to reduce this. So we are our second loop is starting from the last position, so we have to decrement the j value by 1 on every operation, on every step, for every iteration. Okay, so I have to convert it to arrays dot to string. We've got the answer. So, and what is the time complexity of this? This is the brute force solution. So, the time complexity will be O of n into k, because there are nested loop. Yeah, this loop is running n times and this loop is running k times. So, that is why the time complexity will be n into k, and space complexity will be constant because we are not using any auxiliary space, right? So, now let's try to optimize this problem. So this is the brute force solution. Let's I'll just walk you through. I'll just give you the brief how we solve this problem. So what we did is, so basically in our question it is asking rotate the array to the right by k steps. So k value is 3, so we have to rotate the array to the right side by k times, right? So this is our right position, so we have to move all these elements to the right side, and the last element will become come at the 0th index. So we are running a loop to move all these elements to the right side. Then we will store the last element in a temporary variable called as last element, and then after moving all the elements to the right side, we will place the last element at the 0th index. So like this we will uh, rotate the array 3 times. So k value is 3, but our index starts at 0, so that is why we will put the condition as I less than k, because when you see if it is starting at 0th index, then when the array k value is less than 3, it will run for 3 times only. And yeah, so this is the brute force solution, and the time complexity is uh, n into k, and the space complexity is constant. Now let's try to solve this problem by optimizing it. Okay, we'll remove this complete inside portion, everything will be same. Now what we will do here is, first we have to our original array is given something like this: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and on after 3 rotations, when you see the final output, what we are getting here is 5 6 7 1 2 3 4, right? So after 3 rotations, our array is becoming something like this: 5 6 7 1 2 3 4, right? So let's try to identify the pattern in this final resultant array. So can let's try to identify the pattern here. So can we so let's first just reverse the original array. What it will become? The original array will become 7 6 5 4 3 2 1, right? Now we have to rotate the array k times. Okay, so our 5 6 7, our values are changing from here, right? Our values are changing from here. So if we reverse this only this portion, what it will become? reverse from, so what is the k value here? K is equals to 3, right? And what is this index value? This is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Can I write something like this? Reverse 0, 0 from here, starting index will, from here the starting index will be k, which is 3, and here the final the last element will be nums dot length minus 1. So now what the our array will become? 5, 6, 7, then 1, 2, 3, 4, right? No, sorry, it will become 5, 6, 7, 6, 5, right? Sorry, before reversing the final part, second portion, we have to reverse the first part. We can reverse the only this part, reverse from 0th index to k minus 1, which is k minus 1 is equal to 2 minus 3 minus 1 will be second index. So this is 0th index, this is first index, and this is third index. When we reverse this array, the array will become 5, 6, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. And when we reverse the array from k position, k to nums dot length minus 1, our array will become something like this. 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. So how can we write the reverse code to reverse the array? Let's write it here. So what we can do here is just write the public static void reverse. What we are just passing the array, and the left element, and we'll pass the right element. So we'll run the while loop while left is less than right. So we'll run the while loop as long as left index is less than right index. So this element, this is the this is left side and this is right. So our left index will be 0 and right index will be nums dot length minus 1. So till while so the while loop will run while left is less than right. Whenever the left becomes greater than right, then we'll have a index out of bound error, right? We'll get the index out of bound. So what we will do here is we will store that so basically reverse, what reverse is doing is just swapping the elements with the left and right. Okay, so what we'll do, we initialize the temporary variable, and we'll temporarily store the nums of left in this variable, and then nums of left will become nums of right, and nums of right will become temp. Okay, so what we are doing here is, we are running the loop from left to right. We'll send the initial value here, and the starting point and the ending position, and we'll store the left element in the temp variable temporarily to swap the elements, right? Now to rotate the right array, what we can do here is first reverse nums from 0th to nums dot length minus 1, and in second we will reverse the 0 to k minus 1, then we'll reverse nums k to nums dot length minus 1. Let's run the program. What error are we getting? Okay, so we can remove this one and we can directly write the code, directly call the reverse function here, right? So reverse nums array 0 to nums dot length minus 1, and the reverse second nums 0 to k minus 1, and in final reverse nums k to nums dot length minus 1. Oh, sorry, I forgot here. We have to move the pointer also. After swapping the elements, we have to move both the pointers, because we are starting from here. After swapping 1 with 7, we have to left pointer to the right side and right pointer to the left side, so I forgot that. Now we've got the final, now we've got the solution. So let's go through the let's understand what we did here. So what we did here is we identified the pattern so we generally identified what we are getting in our final resultant array. So after rotating 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, we are getting 5 6 7 1 2 3 4. So we can first reverse the complete array. We can simply reverse the complete array. In the first step, we can reverse complete array from starting index to the nums dot length minus 1. So our array will become something like this: 7 6 5 4 3 2 1. And in the second step, we'll reverse 0th index to k minus 1. So in this case, our array will become 5 6 7 4 3 2 1. And in the third step, we'll rotate reverse from k to nums dot length minus 1. So now our array will become something like this: 5 6 7 1 2 3 4. So this is the value, this is the answer, this is our answer. So the time complexity here, it will be O of n and space complexity will also O of constant, because we are not using any space. So the time complexity for optimal solution is O of n, and for space complexity it's 1 constant. So we are just rotating the array and printing it. So this was about rotating array to the right by k steps. In the next video we will see how to rotate the array to the left side by k steps.